Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about this full moon that we're having in the sign of Sagittarius on June 3rd or June 4th, according to where you are in the world. It's also called a strawberry moon, and there's a reason for that. It's because things are starting to bloom, like fruits are coming in and just things are just starting to sprout and bloom, and it's a very exciting time of the year. This full moon in Sagittarius is that time for you to sprout and bloom. So I have a few things I want to talk to you guys about in this video, 5 things specifically, how you can manifest with this full moon phase. Now, there's a ton of videos on YouTube. A lot of people are doing like new moon, full moon energy updates, energy readings, like reading the charts and seeing like what is happening, how it's happening, and how you can figure that out, right? Everybody's doing that. But for me, I wanted to do a little bit something different because you can get that information from anybody on YouTube nowadays. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I came out with a little bit of like spells. I did research for hours and hours and hours, and I created some spells, and I looked up some really interesting things that you could do around this specific full moon phase to manifest, and what to manifest around this full moon phase, because every full moon and every new moon is a different energy. So certain full moon and new moon, you can try to manifest something and it will happen faster and quicker just because of the way the planets are. And so I read the planets, I researched the planets, and now I can tell you guys specifically what those things are that you could do that aligns with the planets and how the planets are arranged up in the sky right now, and how you can bring that energy down and really use it in your favor. So we're going to get into 5 things. Now, I do have my notes right here. I always write down notes, as you guys know. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is Sagittarius energy, because the full moon is in the sign of Sagittarius. And I would describe Sagittarius energy as explorers. Very, very independent energy that loves to have adventures. And adventures can be like physical adventures where you like go out and you go on excursions, or you go skydiving, or you do something really, really exciting, whatever is exciting for you. For some people, something exciting could just be like playing with snakes. Something exciting for some people could be like taking a walk. Like, what is excitement to you? It's different for every person, right? But that is the energy that a lot of you guys are going to be feeling around this time. We want to tap into that excitement energy and bring it in, hone it in, and keep it and conjure it into our life, right? So that's what we're doing with these 5 things that I'm going to teach you guys today. Excitement is an energy that helps you manifest. If you do practice law of attraction and you practice scripting and journaling and like burning bay leaves and stuff, and like writing down things, or thinking about things, visualizing things like as if it is already here, if you do it right, you will form excitement within your heart. You will feel it. You'll feel your heart start beating faster. Say you want to manifest a house, and you think about your house and you think about what you want in the house. For me, what excites me in my dream home is big windows. I would love to have like a house just built just with windows. I love it. I love it. So what is it for you? What makes you excited for your intention? So keep that in mind. Sagittarius energy also has a lot of drive and motivation. They can independently and by themselves create what they want. And this is the energy that we are being surrounded with right now. So keep that in mind as well. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet that the energy of working with that planet and energy of working with Jupiter energy helps to grow things. It helps to expand things. And Jupiter is known to bring lots of good fortune. So keep that in mind as well. The first thing that I want to talk about is that the sun is in Gemini. So that is right across from Sagittarius. So imagine like a circle, right? Sagittarius is like right here. Jupiter would be, Gemini would be right here, like right across each other. And what that means is with Gemini so active with the sun in it, while the moon is in Sagittarius, like it's like this. Like that's the circle and they're like this, right? Sagittarius is adventure, exploring, independent, strong-willed. We have Gemini. Gemini pays real close attention to details. Gemini is a twins, so it's polar, like opposites, like yin and yang, like masculine, feminine, sadness and happiness, like the polar opposites of each other. And these two things are going to kind of meet a little bit. The energies are kind of meeting because the sun is right here, the moon is right here. So what this means is whatever you are embarking on right now or trying to manifest, details. You're going to need the details of it. You're going to have to pay attention to the details of your manifestation. Or you might, whatever I'm going to teach you right now in the next like 5 minutes, the details of your manifestation are going to pop up into your life around this time, this full moon in Sagittarius. Like the details, like say you wanted to buy a house, right? Or buy a car, or start a new job or something like that. So you put the intention out there, and then this Gemini energy with the sun in it is going to give you the details of how to do it, or bring you information, like crucial information that you need of how to get to where you want to embark on your next adventure. And like I said, adventure could be something physical like a vacation, buying a new house, or it could be something as simple as having a baby. It's my phone. Sorry, I should have turned that on silent. But anyways, see? Messages coming in. Gemini brings you all the messages. When you put your intention out there of what you want to explore. Okay? Now, the first thing I want to talk about is that the sun is in Gemini. And so there's this message for you to play. Yes, play. Sagittarius loves to play. Gemini is also very playful, but with all the details involved. Like you're playful, but you want to know, like in a controlled environment kind of energy. Around this time, I want you guys to pay real close attention to your hips, your thighs, and your liver. So if you need to go make an appointment to get those things checked out, go. Or if you need to drink more water, drink more water. But what I would recommend is to take more walks, specifically outside in the sun, under trees, parks, lakes. Take more walks, but outdoors. This is not, well, I mean, you could if you don't want to, like you could do it on your elliptical or the gym or treadmill or something like that. But what I'm seeing that will get you more aligned with this moon phase is to actually literally be physically outside and walk in the sun and work your hips and thighs out by walking or even running, something like that. So keep that in mind. That's the first thing we want to talk about. I'm going to get into the next 4 things. These are going to be little clips that I show you guys of how to do little spells, little rituals, little manifestation techniques. And I hope you guys enjoy. But before we get into that, I have a quick word from our sponsor. This video is actually sponsored by my Etsy shop. It's restocked with a bunch of new items, new oils for all your spiritual magical needs, dried bay leaves, powders and tools for manifestation, personal readings, and so much more. So head over to my Etsy shop, show some love and support, and I can't wait to see you guys there. The first way that I'm going to show you how to align with the energy of this full moon is to do a journal entry. Now, the key word for a Sagittarius is I see. So we're going to be using Sagittarius corresponding number. And what that means is every sign has their like lucky number. For Sagittarius, one of the lucky numbers is 7. So you're going to write I see 7 times. 3 days before this full moon, 3 days after this full moon or on the day of the full moon. So what you're going to do, of course, you're going to date it. This is going to be June 3rd, 23. And then what you're going to do is write it 7 times. I see. So it could be anything. I see my dream home officially under my name. There's 1. I see myself happy and healthy. 2. And you're going to do this 7 times. I see, I see, I see, I see. 7 times, okay? This is very, very powerful, especially to do it around this time of this specific moon phase. And you can do it in your journal. You can do it on a brown piece of bag, like the brown grocery bags you get. You can do it on there, and then you could burn it afterwards or roll it up and bury it underneath a tree, or fold it up and keep it underneath your altar. And these are some ways that you can manifest with this full moon using the key words that go with this full moon, okay? The next one I want to teach you guys is using bay leaves. Bay leaves are very, very powerful. If you guys have been following me on my channel, you know I have a bunch of videos on how to use bay leaves to manifest. But I'm going to teach you guys how to manifest using bay leaves with this specific moon phase. And what you're going to do is take a bay leaf. And if you guys are interested in these big Indian bay leaves, they are on my shop and they come to you directly from me. And what you're going to do is write, I see. And whatever your intention is, whatever you can see yourself in, you're going to write it. I see me happy and healthy. Okay? There is this fly over here. It is so hot over here. There are so many flies. I need to get some fly spray or something. But what we're going to do after this is you're going to burn this. And then you're going to blow the ash into the wind. You don't really want to bury this somewhere. You want to blow the ash of it. So make sure that it burns completely. And then you're going to blow it out into the wind. But before you do that, what I want to say is you're going to have to draw this symbol, because we're connecting with this moon phase. The energies of all, how the planets are arranged and aligned right now, we're connecting to that. So what you're going to do after you write your intention, I see blah, 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 you're going to write, and I like to make it real bold, and I just go right over top of my intention. You're going to draw an arrow and a little line right down the arrow. Do that before you burn it, and then watch what happens. You can do this 3 days before this full moon, 3 days after the full moon, or on the night or day of the full moon. The next one I want to teach you guys how to work with this full moon is to work with tin. You're probably wondering, like, what the heck is this? You're going to work with tin. And tin, a lot of like canned foods come in tins, right? Or you can bake in tin foil, or you can bake in a tin, like those little tin things. You're going to want to work with tin 3 days before, 3 days after, or on the night or the day of the full moon. You want to work with tin because this is the metal that corresponds with Sagittarius energy. And Sagittarius energy right now is going to be very prominent. So here I love this, you guys, Fiji ocean mackerel. If you guys can get your hands on this, it's so yummy. I also have pear halves, I have tomato sauce, and I have sugar cane. It doesn't really matter what's in the tin. It matters that you use something that has been sitting in the tin for a while. You're gonna open it up, use it to cook or just to eat straight, because these, like this sugarcane, you could just eat straight. Or even this, you could just mix it with ice cream or just eat it straight. Like whatever, however, what your preference is, but use something out of tin. Okay? Now, I would suggest at this time to eat or make something out of this, and you could use beans, there's so many things that come in tins, right? You can save and wash the tin cans, like after you cut it open, you can save it and like peel the stickers off and use it for incense. You can use it for candles. Using tin around this time is really going to align you with this energy. So get yourself some canned food, but make sure that it is like tin cans. Okay? Now, the last way that I'm going to share with you guys how to use this moon phase in your favor is one of my favorites. It's so easy, you guys. Okay, so this is one of my favorite perfumes. It's a Lady Gaga. I don't even know if they still sell it. I think it's discontinued, but I love this perfume so much. So I'm going to be using this, but you can use any perfume, any lotion, any oil that you want. And what you're going to do is you're going to spray it on yourself, right? So anywhere on your body that you like to spray your perfumes. There we go. It's on my hands. And while it's still wet, you're going to draw an arrow like that, like that, like that, and like that. The Sagittarius arrow. Like I showed you in the journal entry, right? It's a Sagittarius arrow. Or not the journal entry. I showed you in the bay leaf entry, right? It's this arrow with the line down the middle. And you can do it 3 times. I would recommend to draw the symbol on yourself with the perfume on 5 or 7 times. 5 or 7 times, okay? Those are the numbers that correspond with the Sagittarius energy. And leave it on yourself and go on about your day, and that's it. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, head over to my Etsy shop. I have a bunch of new things, new items, oils, herbs. I have a bunch of things on there that you guys will really love in order to enhance your manifestation, and everything comes from my home, handmade to you. And then head over to my Patreon. I do a weekly, week ahead reading to get you prepped and ready for the week. I do spells over on Patreon that I cannot share on YouTube. And I also have my other website, which is linked down below, that I cannot say on YouTube. But there's a lot of like darker things on there that I cannot share here. So if you guys are interested, head over there. And I hope you guys have a very amazing full moon. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.